Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Yeah, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, I'm just trying to get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the second grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid.
Boss Cowboys.
Your voice matters.
Your voice matters. And you know it's Monday. And if it's Monday, you know I done slept on it. And from the words of Zimmer, we'll let it sort out at the end. Man, so we gonna talk about that. It's gonna be a little bit more positive today. Cause a lot of y'all can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Woo! Y'all be needing a break. I'll give you a break. Cause we got a lot of Kool-Aid to measure. But it's gonna still be in truth. So sit back and relax as we measure this Kool-Aid. It's Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. Let's get it. Man, they can't handle the truth.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
You can't handle the truth.
I'm the man to man, send it in. I like what I like, me, I know my rights is sipping in. I like having fun, I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night, I do what I like, get a check, I go for the ride. I've been down the ride for the win. Still move on the hush, never run for none. I face my fears, I just drop a 9 month to month, still from year to year. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah.
Who got they new watch?
New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. Get some checks, I invest, and I spend a check. Spend a check, get it back, then I take a rest.
Let's go.
Only race is the human, I take care of my skin. I was doing this as a rookie, now I'm up to bet. Set the trend, set the pace of play. I don't trip, but if I fall, bet I make a way. I take trips in the fall, watch the leaves change. I like to treat every day like it's my B-day. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again.
Yeah, welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Do it again, again, again.
I need all the executives to have a seat.
Do it again, again, again.
Yeah, so the executives, that's all the people in the chat. Yeah, man. We appreciate y'all always rocking with Boss Cowboy Sports because obviously, you know, I slept on it. And that just means I've been giving it more thought, you know. And people really love my slept on shows. Because I really do give this stuff a lot of thought. I don't half step. And then, you know, obviously as I was preparing the show, then the news came out about Jimmy Johnson being on the advisory board. And, a lot of people want to get my opinion on it. I'm going to give it to you. And I'm going to measure it, because that's obviously something that's on the Measure Kool-Aid list, where you can see him putting his hand out like we got a deal, right? So we got Jimmy Johnson in an advisory role. So obviously that's going to generate a lot of excitement. So what's going on with it? What's really going on with it? I'm going to give you my real honest opinion. Let me cue this up real quick and then I'm going to put it together. Give me 1 second. Here we go. All right, so here we go. Now, so the first thing when we dealing with this Jimmy Johnson thing that we really gotta keep in mind, all right? What was the reason why Jimmy Johnson was put in the first place? Why? Right? Was it because, well, instead of just teasing, let me just show you. All right, this is coming from obviously Dallas.com. Let's get into it and then let's break this down.
Clarence Hill for Star Telegram. We've been doing this mating dance, since we got the ring of honor, so to speak. And you said it was always going to happen. Why now? What has transpired? You guys met before the Chargers game. Why now?
Well, first of all, I really thought it was time, and I wanted to do it this year. As you know, we don't have a set time frame of when to do the Ring of Honor thing, and so frankly, it just felt right. Certainly, there was some.
It felt right. Okay. Now, we know that Jerry Jones has been using Jimmy Johnson for publicity for years. He even said it out his own mouth that he know how to get things stirred up, because he even talked about not worrying about Jimmy groveling. But now it felt right. It felt right this time.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
So let him keep talking and he go tell you the real reason why Jimmy got in.
A little awkwardness that was happening for not doing it that I guess I anticipated, but I really didn't anticipate it. And so...
it was some awkwardness. Yeah. And he talking about the awkwardness that came from the fans when they put DeMarcus Ware in before Jimmy. They was reading the tea leaves because they get a report every day about what we're thinking. Now, it's a lot of people that think we don't matter. They really believe that. They like, boss, they don't care what you think. And it's a lot of people that believe that. And I'm like, bro, they greatly care what you think. Greatly, to where they get reports on what we're saying and what's trending. They get it on a daily basis. You, as a billionaire, will only watch what we're saying unless it's important. Yeah.
I wouldn't have wanted that to linger any longer at all about we have a deal in the Hall of Fame that even though somebody tries to get in, maybe is nominated 15 times, boy, when you're in, you're in. You've always been in. Okay, it was just a question of when.
I think one reason.
So people want to say, well, what's my opinion on it? All right, what's my opinion on it? Well, I think the reason why we are seeing Jimmy Johnson on an advisory role I think it's the same reason they added him to the Ring of Honor. I think it's the exact same reason. I think what's really going on is that the optimism of the fans is at a very low point. It's at a very low point. And this is a business. And one of the things that really get us in a buying mood and a mood of spending and is our optimism. So he knows that it was some great days and some great dreams of Jimmy Johnson being able to influence this current roster to potentially improve it. So this is, to me, Jerry being wise, a business genius, and saying, let me put Jimmy in a place that's going to make the fans believe that we're all in. Because surely I'm all in, because now I'm back listening to Jimmy. Now, do I really believe that Jerry spent all these years trying to show that he didn't need Jimmy to turn around now and say, I need you?
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen. You are fake news. Wrong.
So, that's my opinion on it. Now, could it be a chance in hell that Jerry has just all of a sudden became humble after 30 years and now want to listen to Jimmy? Sure, yeah, maybe. But I'm not putting my money on that. Especially when you let out the bag the real reason why he actually got in the Ring of Honor in the first place. It was the offense of the fans. So I think it's the same reason he's on the advisory board. He's trying to get us back. Because we still pissed. A lot of people still pissed over Green Bay. They are done with the Cowboys. And it's a lot of people that, what did Queen say yesterday? Queen called in yesterday. And Queen said, man, for the first time, she said, I've been a fan since the 60s. She said, I almost consider it hanging up my fandom. See, what you got to do is you got to multiply Queen by millions. It's a whole lot of people that was super offended at what happened. The meltdown. And then the fact that y'all hardly made any real coaching changes. You want us to believe in this?
Oh, hell no.
So that's what I really believe going on. I think Jimmy was put on this advisory board. Because the question is Jerry gonna actually listen? Is he gonna listen? See, because I can show y'all, and I did, those who've been following me for a while, how many times did I show y'all against Kellen Moore, the legends speaking out? Do y'all remember that? When I was showing y'all how all the legends was speaking out against Kellen? It was Michael Irvin, Emmett, Aikman, Jimmy Johnson, Novacek. And he didn't listen. He did not listen. It was even Kurt Warner. Yeah, and they was loud. And he didn't listen. So you expect me to believe that he not gonna be all ears?
Oh, hell no.
So I ain't falling for it. But it might have some benefit. I'm gonna be hopeful and say this. It might have some benefit, you know, because they were both of those guys together. Let's be honest. When their egos was put aside, that was a dream team. See, those of us who lived through those days, man, I didn't just like Jimmy. I like Jerry and Jimmy together. Like, if they really, after all these years, if they really could, and if they really can put their pride aside, oh my God, both of those men are legendary. If they can. I just don't really believe it. But I'm a hope. You know, it's nothing wrong with a little bit of hope. It's no way I'm gonna measure this Kool-Aid and then just drink it down though. Yeah. See, Sugar Daddy, I'm with you. See, Sugar Daddy said it best. Hold on, let me show Sugar Daddy. Comment. This is perfect. He said, "Muse don't get unstubborn." Ooh, clap it up. Ooh, wait. So y'all wanted my opinion. That's my opinion. So I want to speak on that first since that just broke. Now, obviously people now it's gonna be a lot of media people that's gonna be selling it. They gonna be selling it. They're like, oh, they gonna be selling it, you know. It's benefits of doing favor for the Joneses. So it's gonna be some media people that's gonna sell this. They gonna really sell it like, oh, they're working together. Oh, nah. Okay, cool. So my boy Curtis say what I missed. So just to catch you up, Jimmy Johnson is on an advisory committee with the Dallas Cowboys. So, and I'll just give my opinion on it, Curtis. So, you know, I just think it's something that they're doing to try to restore hope to the fans that's still disgruntled after Green Bay. That's my honest to God opinion. But this show wasn't about that. I just added that commentary in because it just happened. The real reason that we're here is because of what Zimmer said, right? He said, we will let it sort out at the end. Okay. And because obviously yesterday I did a show, it disturbed some people about who are we getting, Zimmer or the three-headed mutant Zimmer, right? So I know that kind of rubs some of y'all wrong, you know, and I get it. It feel good to hope. And when you saying, damn, I'm just hoping Zimmer go come in and change everything, and I'm over here saying it's likely not gonna happen, it's like I'm going against your optimism. But I have to be honest with y'all, because I just got to use our common sense. I'm not going to go back into that because this is more positive what I'm getting ready to talk about. But we have to be honest, especially with the knowledge of an organization, and just say what's getting ready to happen. There's a clear collision course coming. It's clear. We know that Stephen Jones is very, very, very serious about the Our God's philosophy. He's serious about that. He not playing. Everybody got to bend the knee to it as well. But then you also have a guy that's very serious about fairness. That's a collision course, y'all. I'm just telling you, it's a game of chicken that's getting ready to happen. These two cars are coming directly at each other with totally different philosophies. You have Stephen Jones, who's going to want to prefer the drafted guys over the free agent guys because of budgets. He is going to insist on that. And then you have Zimmer, who is it's gonna work itself out at the end guy, meaning competition is going to rule in his eyes. That collision course is coming. And the reason why I did the show is because I want to prepare us for this, because it's coming. And when it comes, I want us to be able to recognize the signs of it so we can get on the right side of the lobby. We need to be lobbying with Zimmer. We need to be lobbying for his culture. So where did I get that quote? Where did I get that quote? Because I obviously got the quote here, right? He said, we'll let it sort out at the end. That's what Zimmer said. All right, so let's measure this Kool-Aid and I'm gonna get into it. It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say, It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring. Measure time. Measuring Kool-Aid. All right, let's get it. All right, let's get into this Kool-Aid, man. Measure this stuff. So where did I get this stuff? Because this is going to have a little bit of repeat, but it's going to be in a different direction. Because it's going to be some people that's going to benefit if, now hear me out. It's going to be some people that's going to benefit if we get the real Zimmer. I mean, it's going to be some great benefits. It's going to be some people that's going to benefit even if we get the mutant Zimmer. But we going to have some, man, it's going to be a lot of benefits. A lot of benefits if we get the real Zimmer. I ain't talking about the three-headed mutant. I'm talking about the real one. So where did I get that from? All right. And we go break this down. All right, here we go. All right. So I talked about some of this yesterday, right? But it was in a sense that I didn't highlight what I'm getting ready to highlight right now. Okay. So this was, again, remember I was talking about George Iloka, right? And George Iloka was somebody that was a 5th round pick that Zimmer bet on when he was at Cincinnati, who became a big time starter at Cincinnati, right? Big time starter. But then what happened is they drafted Jesse Bates. Okay. Jesse Bates was, and everybody know Jesse Bates is a baller. We know to this day Jesse's a baller, right? So they drafted Jesse Bates because he slipped in the draft. He was drafted number 54. Okay, so bottom of the 2nd round. That was a great value for a safety of that caliber. So George Iloka had a bigger contract. You got a guy that looked like he got more upside. So for economic reasons, they cut him. The Bengals. And it wasn't no little thing because, see, George Iloka was actually becoming known, like big time known. Like you could see George Iloka, they were starting to feature him even on NFL Network. Yeah. So when you feature like that, your name was pretty good. George Iloka's name was solid. But then he decided to go to a deep room in Minnesota. And when he went to that room, it was the quote that stood out to me. It was the quote that stood out to me. And here it is again. This is Zimmer. He said, we've got some big guys in there so we can use them in some different ways, Zimmer said. even on the goal line, because we're using bigger guys down there. And this is him talking about George Iloka. He said, honestly, we're just trying to add good football players, and we'll let it sort out at the end. That is the character of Zimmer. He's not somebody that's going to predetermine like Stephen Jones. Stephen Jones, when he draft you, and then Will McClay also co-signs that. That's why Will McClay said if we pick him, we got to play him. See, that's predetermining the outcome. I'm just being honest, y'all. That's predetermining the outcome. But Zimmer doesn't predetermine the outcome. He basically says, which I think is the way to do it, we gonna let them boys play and sort it out. Yeah. That's totally different than the philosophy of the current Cowboys. I know y'all don't want to hear it, but I'm gonna tell y'all again. It's a collision course that's happening. It's getting ready to happen. Y'all think I'm playing. And I see a lot of y'all saying, I'm betting on Zimmer. I hope y'all right, man. But I don't think y'all right. I don't. But let me go back to it. The good news. The good news. And I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Okay. And let me play this real quick, and let's go put it together just a little bit. Two drops that put this all together. Then I'm gonna start talking about the potential winners if we get the real Zimmer. So this was me. Listen to this. Listen to this. Hold on. Listen to this.
Right? So this is why I'm very impressed with him, because he could have went to a whole lot of teams where he would have instantly competed. He chose to go to Minnesota. Did anybody ever look at who's over at Minnesota?
I know they got one All-Pro, and I think they have another guy that's damn near an All-Pro.
Yeah, 3 pretty much.
Yeah, I know, but I know one of them is for sure an All-Pro, because my boy is a blogger for him, and I always talk about their safeties. Like their defense should be top 5 with the names that they have on it. I'm just saying, but that's another story. We'll talk about.
I would say 85% of safeties that went over there wouldn't have started. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
They got boys over there. They got boys.
Yeah, but it shows you his belief in himself, because he said, "Look, I trust Zimmer," and I checked out his interview, and then one of the things he said is Zimmer don't care if you're a first rounder or if you undrafted free agent. He go play the best man. So he went over there to go against the best by betting on himself, right?
Yep, that's exactly what happened. And George Iloka did that because of the character of Zimmer. That's why he did it. Because he knew Zimmer's gonna get football players and let it sort itself out at the end. So I played this yesterday, but it's in a different light. I want y'all to listen to it, but it's in a different light. It's in a more positive light. Listen.
Early in training camp in 2018. So then, of course, we're like, Iloka was signed that season between the second and third preseason game by the Vikings. That was the preseason. Remember, Jaron Kearse was basically MIA. Like, he didn't play in the first 2 preseason games. Thought that he was going to be cut, the former 7th rounder from Clemson. And it was assumed that the starting safeties on the Vikings would be Harrison Smith, starter Andrew Sendejo, who's coming off that concussion from the Minneapolis Miracle game by dirty ass Michael Thomas. All right. Also, upcoming star Anthony Harris.
See, it's so good when you go to the time machine, because you can see people was not assuming that certain players was go play, i.e. Kearse, and he putting it out there. He's saying us as Minnesota Viking fans did not see. We basically was counting that George Iloka was getting ready to be the guy over Kearse.
Well, as Iloka, we thought that those would be the 4 safeties. Jaron, It's been fun. It's been real. It hasn't been real fun. Of course, Zimmer and Iloka chemistry, them going way back. Maybe Iloka takes over Sendejo, and then it's Iloka and Harrison Smith long term, because I think both of them are in their late 20s. That could be a nice pair for a long while, but nah. Jaron Curse stepped up. To his credit, once the Vikings brought Iloka in, Jaron balled out in the third preseason game against Seattle. Vikings ended up keeping 5 safeties on the 53-man rooster for the first time ever in the Zimmer era. Traditionally keeps 4. And then Harris had his breakout when Sendejo went out. A lot of people thought Iloka would be filling in that role. Not so much. 41, it was his time to shine. Jaron became Jaron, really carving out that niche as that third safety, the big nickel type role. Which you would think that Iloka, Iloka and Jaron.
You hear what he's saying? You would think it would have been Iloka, right? Why? Because he had success under Zimmer at Cincinnati. But what is the philosophy of Zimmer? We sorted it at the end. That's Zimmer. See, he's a guy that's going to sort it out at the end. He's not going to predetermine starters. You got to fight for your job with Zimmer. It's not given to you.
There's a lot of physical overlap as well as skill set overlap. So Jaron won out. And Iloka, he played in all 16 games, but was mainly limited to special teams duty. Played 114 snaps on defense, mainly at strong safety as well as in the slot. 240 on the various special teams units. Did record 16 tackles and forced a fumble against the Jets, but it wasn't much. And if you were Iloka, you would think that, all right, so your old coach, he gets you here. You signed for a minimal deal. And you would think that, I don't know, I was sold a bag of goods.
But he wasn't. He wasn't sold. See, that's the thing about Zimmer. He not gonna say it. Hold on, let me show you. See, this is the real quote of what Zimmer said. He said, talking about Iloka, this wasn't a move to replace anyone. So he was straight up from the beginning. He was all about, I just want to get talent in here and we gonna let it play out. Now, if Iloka would have beat out Curse, then that would have been the case. So, like he's saying, on the politics side, he thinking, man, you went with a 7th rounder over a guy that earned a contract?
Zimmer lied to me, right? But you could see him being mad, but he wasn't. He was super gracious, super humble, propped up the young kids, and just sort of accepted as it is what it is, sort of.
And see, that's the benefit of when you don't play politics. George Iloka accepted it. He accepted it because he always trusted that Zimmer was going to play the best guy. And Zimmer still found a role for George. He had him playing big nickel, linebacker. But the guy that was the full-time third safety was our guy, Curse. Yeah. So now fast forwarding it, right? Knowing that Zim is the guy that's going to let it play out. Who are some of the guys that we can then anticipate that's going to benefit from this culture if he's allowed to be who he has always been? One of the people that I'm going to put out there first, I think it's time for Wanye Thomas. Yep. Wanye Thomas is one of the freakiest athletes on the Dallas Cowboys that's perfect for a guy like Zimmer. Perfect. Because we know Zimmer doesn't care. George Iloka said it. All these players said it. Yes. He will greatly benefit because all of us was calling for this. All of us was saying over and over. Let me look back at what I wrote real quick. Because remember, I wrote every off season. Well, I ain't doing it this year, but in the off season, I usually write a book, right? And I had Curse with 4 stars as a potential to come to the Dallas Cowboys, and I called him my best sleeper, right? But see, when you look at his background and then you know that Zimmer still started him over George, it's impressive on the lack of politics that's in Zimmer. So this is what I said. I said, Curse is the Boss Cowboy best sleeper in the UFA safety class. He has the Georgia local size with better youth. Curse had a DWI, which will lower his price. Curse also has limited film. The limited film is not due to the lack of skill, but due to a super talented safety room. And I was talking about Minnesota. Minnesota, obviously at that time, crazy. We know Smith, but remember they also had Anthony Harris, who that year was also considered an underdog. He wasn't even, when Georgia Iloka came, he wasn't even starting yet. But Zimmer made that decision and he took off like a rocket. So Curse had a DWI, didn't play the first 2 preseason games, balled out on preseason game 3, and Zimmer said that's all I needed to see. And he went with the best guy. So it's just funny because I think the same thing is getting ready to happen. I'm just being honest. I think the same thing is getting ready to happen, where Curse earned the contract, but the young bull is on his heels. I'm just being honest, y'all. I'm just being honest. But with a guy like Zimmer, though, you finna see it happen. Yep. So that's why I say this show ain't gonna be like yesterday. This show assumes that Zimmer does have power. Because if Zimmer does have power, you go see moves like that. You go see moves on guys we've been calling for getting their opportunity because they earned it. That's what you're getting ready to see. So, because this is all about, we'll let it sort out at the end. Oh, that's right, man. Curse is a free agent. Thank you, Tyrone Church. So yeah, it's even better. Thank you, man. I'm tripping. Appreciate it. Tighten me up, my brother. Keep me tight. Keep me tight. Keep me tight. Thank you, brother. So that's even better. That's even better. So it's another winner that I see coming. And I want to highlight some of the work of some of the brothers that's out here. Because some things is like a tweet. Because I'm going to talk about who is going to benefit, right? We're going to talk about who is going to benefit from Zimmer. Because it's some benefits that's coming that beautiful. So then, first of all, shout out to Skywalker. I think he did a great job on this analysis. This is fantastic analysis, independent research. Great job. He said one thing to note on Zimmer is he similarly blitzes and disguises his DBs as spags. Under Zim, Harrison Smith blitzed 135 times between 2018 and 2021. DQ Dan Quinn dialed back Dono in 2023, only blitzing him 17 times. But in 2022, he led the position in QB hits while blitzing 30 times. Oh my God. Whew. That rings of opportunity. Huh. Great analysis. So this is what you do when you see analysis like this. You hit this, add a comment to it, and you spread the word. Post. And hit that like. All right. So I did my part to spread the gospel and the good news. Yeah. So obviously Donovan Wilson is somebody else that if Zimmer gets his way and is unimpeded, we gonna see an uptick in Donovan Wilson. And see, y'all remember on the final word when we was ranking, because we was talking about a debate broke out. A debate broke out about Dan Quinn or Zimmer having to fix the personnel of Dan Quinn. And I was basically saying we got a lot of safeties, more safeties than Zimmer historically uses. So I'm talking about winners today, but there gonna be some losers too. I ain't gonna talk about the losers today, but one of the obvious winners is Dono. Yeah. When it all play out, I think his versatility is gonna make him a star under Zimmer, because that's one thing that Dan Quinn did use. Now, I want to make y'all aware that when Donovan Wilson first broke on the scene, he played more single high than he did in the box. A majority actually of his snaps was at the single high position. But under Dan Quinn, they basically pigeonholed him into the box as a big nickel. So people forgot about the ranginess that he also has. Like, I think the aggressive style of Zimmer and the way that he blitzes is go super help Dono. See, you already ahead of me, DP. Ooh, DP, don't. You ahead of me. You ahead of. You said it, I didn't. He said, boss, this conversation you're having is why I said trade Hook. Man, his value not getting higher, and we have to, man, see DP, don't, man. See, I said I'm not going to talk about the losers today. I'm not. But I don't really want to talk about it because at the end, it got to play out. It got to play out. If we go do it like Zimmer, what does Zimmer say? I'm bringing in all this talent and we gonna let it play out. So I don't even want to talk about getting rid of Hooker yet unless we have to. Unless we have to. But if I had to pick now, if I had to, like, bro, we got 2 men in the room, he would be the one. Just keeping it real. Because you gotta go with Bell, y'all. You got to go with Bell. Yeah. And see, Tyrone Church, you exposing some problems. See, this is why I'm mad at Dan Quinn, man. Look at this. They just gave Hooker a 4-year deal. And that's why I say Zimmer is going to literally have to clean up Dan Quinn mess. I see it coming. It's a mess. It's a mess. Whoa. No. Whoa. You going to have to explain this to me. My boy say Bell got to go. No. Wait.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, no. No. Because we got Bell. So tell me now, what is Overshawn? What is he? See, we could tell you what Overshawn is or was if it was Dan Quinn. What is Overshawn under Zimmer? I see y'all saying linebacker. You sure? You sure? Because he don't fit the prototypes of Zimmer's linebackers. He doesn't. I'm just keeping it real. Right? See, it's some questions, man. Yeah, so. But see, and I like Tyrone Church, man. That's my dog. So he one of them dudes, if he say get rid of Bill, I would want to talk to him and say why. Because he's smart. Sometimes it's stuff I don't see, and y'all might be able to. I like this, Big Santana. I like this. Because I'm not acting like I have all the answers. Some of this I'm actually trying to digest. And my boy Big Santana say Overshawn is the same size as Warner. Okay, so him being the same size as Warner, you imagining him being potentially used as a linebacker then. Okay. But that's one of the things we go have to watch for in training camp. We go see what they doing, right? And then Tyrone Church, this is a good thought. He said he gained some weight. See, this is the thing. None of the guys on defense will really know the direction until Zimmer assigns them a direction based on the vision he sees for them. So even though Overshawn might have even gained some weight, it's going to really depend on what Zimmer says. It's going to say, if he say, hey, I envision him being more big nickel in my defense. If he say that, that's going to change. Overshawn going to then have to lose weight. So what is Israel? What is Israel under Zimmer? What? Y'all see what I'm saying? So here we go. Let me show you something that I like as we looking at it and preparing for all this stuff to play out. Let me play this real quick, and it's going to give us some insight, in my opinion, on Zimmer. I got to play this real quick. Let me cue this up. Then we're going to talk about it.
Mike Todd Archer with ESPN. What do you think of the pieces that you have available to you here on this defense, and how can you make this defense better than what it's been?
Yeah, well, hopefully I can. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, they've been pretty good. I know there's been some situations where things haven't happened, but that happens in coaching. It happens a lot. So we're going to look at the players, try and figure out the best way to use them. We're going to look at the players, try and figure out the best way to use them, put the scheme together, and again, we want to take the good things that they've done and maybe add a few more other things that we've done good in the past and try to make this thing manageable where, we're in the past and try to make this thing manageable where, we're disciplined and we're well coached, we're play together as a team. We try to make sure everybody understands their role so that other people on the field can have success doing their job.
So this is one thing what I'm hearing. What I'm hearing is that, and I'm just being honest with, and this makes sense what I'm getting ready to say. Dan Quinn was a mad scientist. We all know that, right? He had a method behind his madness. But Zimmer is now here to try to piece a unique personnel for a mad scientist coach, and he's getting ready to try to bring it all together and make the pieces fit him. But it sounds like in year one, most of it is going to be trying to keep as much as possible cohesion of what Dan Quinn was doing, with a sprinkle of what he was doing. Let me listen to it again. I'm gonna listen to it one more time.
Mike, Todd Archer with ESPN. What do you think of the pieces that you have available to you here on this defense, and how can you make this defense better than what it's been?
Yeah, well, it's a hope.
Also, I have all the links in the description.
Hopefully I can. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, they've been pretty good. I know there's been some situations where things haven't happened, but that happens in coaching. It happens a lot. So we're going to look at the players, try and figure out the best way to use them, put the scheme together, and again, we want to take the good things that they've done and maybe add a few more other things that we've done good in the past and try.
Yep, that's the goal. Because see, I know it's a lot of thought and it's a lot of concepts out there. It's a lot of people saying they getting ready to do this because we've seen him do this when he was here or there. That don't sound like what the goal is at least in year one. The goal sounds like we go try to maintain what was going on and sprinkle in some of my stuff. Listen.
Take the good things that they've done and maybe add a few more other things that we've done good in the past and try to.
This is just direct words, y'all. I mean,
we want to take the good things that they've done and maybe add a few more other things that we've done good in the past and try to make this thing manageable where.
Yeah. Because remember, these pieces that Dan Quinn put together are unique to him. It was a bunch of small safety linebackers that doesn't fit. It don't fit. And he's getting ready to try to piece it together. Yeah. And I agree with you. I like this. I like this right here. Yeah. I ain't hear a bunch of change either. But this is also his first day. This was his first day. But if we judge him based on what it seems his creed is going to be, his creed seems to be that he was brought here to manage this and add a little bit of his own. Because see, when Dan Quinn got here, it was different. it's like they rolled out the red carpet, was like, do your thing. Mike Nolan was so bad, they was like, what do you need? So Dan Quinn was able to build the whole defense to his specifics. Yeah. Yeah. And my boss say, and I like this comment. He say, Zimmer's getting ready to do his thug thistle. Yeah. I think if Zimmer is uninterrupted, he is. I do. I believe that if Stephen Jones don't get in the way, and if they actually help him, if they go get him what he needs, if they go get him what he needs, I think he can. But you don't treat him, in my opinion, like a stepson. Don't treat him like a stepson. Treat him like y'all did Dan Quinn. Because y'all rolled out the red carpet for Dan Quinn. But it's almost like we fell in love so much with Dan Quinn. Now that it's almost like Kellen Moore. We fell in love with Kellen Moore to where Mike McCarthy at first was here just to not mess up what Kellen was doing. Let me say that again. See, we fell in love with Kellen, so Mike was here to not mess up what Kellen was doing. But that was messing up Mike McCarthy. Put the link in the description, Tyrone. Put the link. Yeah. So we talking about how it can play out, right? So I want to highlight a couple of other things that I feel like after this thing play out, it's go. And if, again, I'm gonna keep saying, if Zimmer has power, it's some things I can see playing out that's go exponentially help. All right. Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons is, if Zimmer is able to be Zimmer, I think he gonna get a much deadlier Michael Parsons. A much deadlier Michael. Yep. I think he gonna get a much deadlier Michael Parsons. So I highlighted Sky. This gives me a chance to also highlight one of the other homies, Okoye. Because see, you know, this, let me tell you, this is the thing about Twitter. See, Twitter, when people get it right, you really don't have to remix it. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people like to remix what other people said. You don't have to remix it. You can just say, he's done a good job explaining conceptually what we're getting ready to see. Just share it. I don't have to remix this. It's already cooked. So Okoye has done a great job of one of the best concept guys out there, hands down. He's gifted. He's gifted. Like, this is not even just talent. It's a gift with Okoye. Like, it's a gift when what's hard is easy to you. And him breaking down concepts, it's so many times people start talking about concepts and Okoye was 2 months early on it. So many times. So, you know, you're hearing a lot of people talk about the double A gap blitzes and attacks that come from Zimmer. Well, Koye been talking about that for months, like for real. So that Koye, I mean, did a wonderful job. A wonderful job showing how basically Micah Parsons was basically at his best with these A-gap blitzes. Let me get my head out the way. Get my head out the way. So, just like I did Sky, this is what you do when people do good work. When they do good work, you hit the light, put your own comment, Yep. So, concept-wise, right? Concept-wise, Michael Parsons, based on, because that's the one piece that super fit Zimmer. And what I like about Zimmer is Michael Parsons wouldn't be the first chess piece that Zimmer treated like a chess piece. Young Anthony Barr was one of Zimmer's first real chess pieces. A guy that he used as a linebacker and to rush. Now I know a lot of y'all go say, because y'all remember old Anthony Barr.
Oh, hell no.
No, you got to go think about young Anthony Barr. A young Anthony Barr was a true chess piece that Zimmer was able to max out. So let me ask y'all a question. If you had to draft, this is an easy question. If you had to draft based on talent, and if you was Zimmer, would you go with a young Anthony Barr or Michael Parsons? I can already hear y'all laughing because it's so obvious. 100% is going with Michael Parsons. Yeah, 100%. So when you look at, but it's a but to it though. It's a but. You not gonna get that Anthony Barr hybrid crazy player out of Michael Parsons unless he embraces A-gap pressure and linebacker. Huh. Well, he said he is. He said he willing. We go see. We go see. Cause see, we remember what Zimmer said. Remember what Zimmer said? He said, I don't think it's right for me to tell the media how I envision using Micah until I first talked to Micah. I think that was just him moving in stealth. I think he just moving a little bit smarter than Dan Quinn. I think he was just smart enough not to tell the whole world how they're gonna deploy Michael Parsons. I think him and Mike McCarthy are on the same page on the media is not who you tell all your secrets to. So he had a clever way of saying, I'm not telling you my plans for Micah.
Finish him.
And I loved it. Smart. Let me see if I can pull it. I might have had that clip. Let me see. I think I do. Hold on. Let me see. I do have it. Man, listen, y'all, I be so ready. Let me play that clip real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. Yeah, because I got to play it. It's because it was so wise. I was like, there you go. Don't tell him nothing. Don't tell him a single word. Hold on real quick. Let me pull it up. Y'all be patient. Be patient with your boy. I'm flying this plane. Y'all know how it go. Here we go.
John Machota with The Athletic. Specifically, though, with Micah Parsons, what have you thought of him as a player? And does he kind of remind you of any other players you've worked with?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's a terrific player. You know, you watch him on tape and he makes some unbelievably athletic plays. You know, at this point in stage right now, I'm trying to figure out, get the coaches in here, and then we can sit down. And I think one of the strengths that I've always had is to look at players and kind of have a vision for each player, and then try to figure out how we can use them in the best way. One of the things I would hate to do right now is to tell you how I'm thinking about playing him without talking to him and letting him think, okay, this is what we're thinking about doing with you, Micah. I don't think I should tell you guys first before I tell him.
See, he tried to make it sound like it was about respecting Micah. Nah, he was like, I just ain't finna tell y'all what I'm gonna do. Good job. Good job. Good job. Yeah. So that's somebody else that I see greatly winning in this process. Yeah. When it all play out. And now remember, this show is of the assumption that Zimmer will have power. Not the three-headed monster. This is assuming that Zimmer will have power. We'll let it sort out at the end. You know who else is this go trip y'all out. You know who else this go probably work for when it all play out? Y'all ready for this? This is assuming that Zimmer has power, though. Why? Why did I say it's gonna probably work out for Scott? Okay. I'm gonna say something. Hope y'all ready for this. Whenever there's trust issues, you notice that we bring in consultants. What did Mike McCarthy bring in? Think about it. Come on, y'all. Let's think about it. Who did Mike McCarthy bring in when he had issues with Kellen Moore? Consultants. Do y'all remember? Yeah. See, whenever some trust issues, there's a consultant that's assigned to that issue. What did y'all think Shoddy was? What was Shoddy? And then Ben McAdoo. Why was they? Oh, we don't have no offensive consultants anymore. Ooh. What happened to the consultants? See, yeah. See, when we got trust issues, we bring in consultants. Yeah. Y'all remember? We had Kelly Moore. We had Ben McAdoo as a consultant. These created jobs. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna read this. Hold on real quick. I gotta read this. This is an interesting theory. He said, Boss Cowboy, now I understand what took long for Zimmer to sign. I bet in the contract that he only answered to Jerry. Ooh, I hope you right. I'm just saying though, but you know what I mean? If we look at the pattern, right, of the Dallas Cowboys, whenever there's a trust issue, you see consultants. Am I lying? Am I lying? Cause see, ain't it funny that when Kelly was here, we had Ben McAdoo as a consultant. And we had Brian Schottenheimer as a consultant. Yeah. So what are they doing on defense? What are they doing? Let's go get a run defense coordinator. When is Dallas ever when is they ever can y'all name in the last 30 years when they ever had a position as a run game coordinator for the defense? See, this is a sign of the same issue. See, listen, y'all, I'm telling y'all, the same thing that played out with Mike McCarthy is playing out with Zimmer. I'm telling you. What did Mike McCarthy do when he had trust issues? What did he do? He went and got us some guys that stacked the deck and saw the game like he saw the game. What is Zimmer doing? He running the same play. And it's a whole lot of people that's like, what y'all don't like Scott? It's the same reason I ain't like Kellen. I don't think it's wise with teams that have the talent to be in contention to be developing coaches at the same time. I'm gonna say that again. I don't think it's wise on a contention team, just like we was developing Kellen and he was learning on the job. We ain't got time to be developing people on a team that we trying to win a championship with. This ain't no middle of the road team. It wasn't middle of the road talent. It was not. It was not the time to, and then people forget Dan Quinn had to step into the room to help him last year. This is development on the job. But when you bring in a guy who been a D coordinator, coach linebackers, got a major reputation, coach some dogs, when he come in with a bigger voice, that should help the linebacker room. Guess who go get the credit for it? Scott. Yep. So, in this dysfunction, guess who go likely win? Yeah, I'm for real. My boy say, "Are you for real, boss?" Yeah, I'm dead serious. Yeah. Yeah. I'm dead serious. This is gonna be a political win for Scott. Yeah, he gonna win. That's if Zimmer get his way though. See, I showed this before. I'm gonna show it again, man. See, a lot of people, to me, they not really peeping game on this Scott thing. They looking at it wrong, in my opinion. Let me show y'all. I said this before, I'm gonna say it again. When you gotta embellish somebody's resume, that person ain't who they say they are. Let me look at this. McCurley's second season with the Cowboys linebacker was highlighted by 2021 first round selection Micah Parsons out of Penn State. You mean to tell me you giving him credit for drafting Micah Parsons? What are y'all? Bro.
What?
Then look at this. In his first year with the Dallas as a linebackers coach, McCurley helped Jalen Smith finish with a team high. Wait! Was it him in 2020 or was that George Edwards? I don't know. But ain't the Jalen the same person we ran off? So to help they boy Scott. Now we want to talk good about Jalen. Yeah. When I'm seeing stuff on your resume that's inflated, cause who approved that? Like who? Oh my God. Some of y'all misunderstanding me. Somebody say, boss, What's up with the vendetta? It's no vendetta at all. I'm just, to me, looking at the obvious, right? It's just the obvious to me. It might not be obvious to some of y'all, but it's obvious to me. That Scott is one of those pet cat developmental coaches that this organization want to take credit. And anybody that got a whiff of Kellen Moore, I want them gone. That's what it is. But since he's here, we might as well help him. And that's what I said in the first place. I tweeted that. I said, man, since it's been announced that Scott is being forced on Zimmer, what's the plan to help him? And I said, get in the mud with him. That's exactly what I said via Twitter. Yeah, that's what I said. I said, moaning and complaining only is not my style. Since Mike McCarthy made the decision that Zimmer will have to work with Scott McCurley, number one, I said, help the young coach with a veteran leader linebacker. Yeah. Yep. And then get down in the mud with Scott and help him. I said that February 15, 2024, the next day, the help came. February 16th, we got help. Paul. And guess who go benefit from it if the linebacker room plays better? Scott. Because they obviously looking to try to give him credit anyway. That's why they got that old embellished ass resume. Yeah. You know how bad they wanted to be right on Kellen Moore? That's why it was a holdup. When Mike McCarthy clearly wanted to get rid of Kellen Moore, remember? That was the holdup. Everybody else was fired fast. And see, this is the thing. You got to be real careful when you get rid of them pet cat coaches. You got to be real careful. Why? What happened the last time one of them pet cat coaches got fired? It started a civil war. I'm gonna fire your guy. Okay, then I'm gonna fire your guy. Okay, then I'm gonna fire your. Y'all remember Brian Brothers came, man? Talked about that. So I think they worked out the best way it's supposed to work out. I asked to get in the mud with him, and they got in the mud with him. Because they want him to get credit. They want to be able to say, I was right. Look at the linebackers now. Because the guy who has the title as linebacker coach is Scott. The consultant is Paul. I don't care as long as they fix the room. I don't care. It's cool. Fine. What I don't want, though, is I don't want Scott pushing back on the vet. Because this looked like a power dilemma, similar to what we saw with Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy. Now, I'm warning about it. Hopefully, it irons out clean. Hopefully. It's another winner in this, though. I want to talk about another winner. Then I'm going to take some phone calls. And this one I'm happy about, just for personal reasons. Al Harris. Al Harris is getting ready to win. Yeah, James, it is. It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Because am I lying? Let me go back to what I was saying. Am I lying? What do we do when there's trust issues? We bring in consultants. That's what we do. It is dysfunction. But we got to try to win with it anyway. It's what it is. This is the good part, though, James. At least they did something. You see what I'm saying? To leave Scott by himself, that would have been...
Oh, hell no.
But now to bring in another voice, yeah. Maybe we can make that ugly marriage work.
Bruh.
But let me go back to Al. So Al is also go benefit. Yep. Because remember I said, well, we'll let it sort out the end. See, Al Harris wanted to go with Dan Quinn. But going with Dan Quinn is not the best for him. Because one of the problems is when you come from a tree, it helps you when you can go under another tree. Because then you develop another perspective from another defensive coach. Your better coaches experience multiple trees of discipleship. So he already went through the discipleship of Dan Quinn. Now he's getting ready to go through the discipleship of Zimmer. And see, Zimmer is a different coach than what he is. See, Zimmer is big on technique, sound technique. He'd rather give up a few interceptions for tighter coverage. Versus you got a coach who obviously know how to coach those guys to attack the ball. So now you getting ready to add to Al Harris a coach that's also a technician and a technician teacher. And they're going to be able to blend their minds for the better execution to their corners. So I'm basically painting a picture of how if Zimmer has control, it's going to be some improvements in some great ways and not even just discipline. Because we talked about the discipline yesterday, and the discipline is exponential. It's expected, but there's more. There's more. So let's take some phone calls, man. Let's go.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby, down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the labels want the rights to me. CD on my back and it feel light to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me.
All right, y'all call on in. Boss Cowboy Sports is 253-993-3539. Hopefully, y'all can hear me today. All right, so I got it on. Let me see who coming in the building. Yeah, so, okay, my boy DP Johnson in the house. I see Coach Q in the house. Good to see you, Coach. Who else go call in and get this work? Because we got the call lines, man. I'm going to stop at just them two if it's just them two. I'm going to give y'all 5 more seconds. Matter of fact, I'm going to just leave it open. All right, here we go. Coach Q. Coach Q.
What's up, boss? How you doing, sir?
What's up with it?
It's going good, man. I've been listening to all the content creators, man. Y'all been doing a good job on piecing everything together. I think the biggest thing for me that's going to show me if Zimmer still have his balls or not is what we do in the draft and what we do in free agency. Yes. Because, for all of us like me and you who've seen Zimmer here, we know what type of safeties he likes. Because we saw the safeties he had with the Cowboys. Yep. We saw what safeties he had with Minnesota. We saw what linebackers he had. Now, what Cowboys fans got to realize is Zim was successful with Justin Coakley, who was one of the smartest linebackers in the league.
Yes.
But the dude ran 4.3, and he was a tackling machine, and he stuck his nose in every time. He was a true linebacker. Mm-hmm. That's the difference. And so like I'm really watching what he does with Overshawn, because if Overshawn is willing to stick his nose in, he might be a bigger Justin Coakley. So we really got to read the tea leaves, because we have seen Zimmer with big linebackers. Mm-hmm. We have seen Zimmer with small linebackers. But one thing I like about Zimmer is he works with what he has, because if you remember, we had Gatwin and Justin Coakley. Both of them guys were small. But both of them guys were headhunters. Well, when he got his own team, he had big boys. He had 6'3", 6'4", 240, 250 linebackers. Right. Each style, he was successful.
Right.
So I want Cowboys fans to be very, very careful. Don't give
go
them
too
a
fast.
chance, because that's right. So if you've been a true Zimmer fan, if you've been here the whole time, you know that Zimmer, like, he really don't care. He's successful. Either one, but what he cannot have is what you, me, everybody else was talking about, what Clark was doing, what Bell was doing when they was guessing, when they was not hitting the hole. He needs, like, he can deal with a small linebacker if that linebacker will stick his nose in.
Well said.
He can deal with that. And the other thing is this: if you see, I'm gonna keep my own Bland. If you see Bland with that sticky coverage, that's Zimmer.
Yeah, that's Zimmer. Yeah.
I mean, it just is. I mean,
technique-wise.
I love to say Harris, but that's Zimmer.
Right. Yeah. They go give up less big plays. Yeah. Less gambling.
Now,
less gambling.
I tell you how I know. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, the best DB in the league. If you watch Deion Sanders' career, when he came to the Cowboys, he didn't have as many interceptions as he did before, because Zimmer's a technician.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just what he does. Terrence Newman, that's what he coaches. He like you said, boss, he'd rather give up some picks.
Yep.
Yes, he'd rather give up some picks.
Yep.
That's right. And boss, you talked about that. You talked about that 100%.
Yep.
And boss, you were the first one talking about Bland. Bland's first few games, he had top coverage.
Yep.
But then his coverage started to wane.
Yep.
And I think there was, no offense, I think there was Al Harris. Al Harris trying to change his technique. Bland actually came in, because boss, you had a show talking about how Bland coverage was better than Diggs. And people was like, going at you, boss. This is fact.
Wait. No, I didn't say that. No.
Boss.
That wasn't me. That was somebody else.
Boss. Okay, no, I'm gonna go follow the show.
It wasn't me. Not that. No, not that. That wasn't me. Yeah, but go ahead.
Boss, okay. But anyway, what I'm saying is, you can tell that this technique changed, which is okay. He got more picks. But I was saying, like, hey, I wanted him to go back to what he was doing before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, I mean, like I said, that's the biggest thing that you're going to see with Zimmer, is that his guys cover.
Yeah.
His guys, and then, it's a little technique I have to do with my DB. It's called pickaboo, where like, if we were playing a quarterback that was pretty smart, we'll make him think that we was playing zone, because I would have my guy slanted towards the quarterback, looking at him. So of course the quarterback look at it. Oh, he playing zone. Soon the ball snaps. Nope. We start bailing. We no longer in zone. We in man.
Yeah.
It's little stuff that Zimmer does that. He plays with quarterback minds like that.
Yeah.
And so you're going to have to watch that. And then even when he safeties. And so, like, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he's going to do.
Me too.
Because one thing that he has that I think that later in Minnesota, if people are fans of Zimmer, didn't have, he didn't have a really good secondary. This time, he has a really good secondary.
Right.
He has a bunch of safeties.
Right.
He has a bunch of cornerbacks.
Yeah.
And so, dude, if you know anything about Zimmer, if he has a good secondary, oh, you're in trouble.
Oh, you in trouble. Yeah.
You know, and then with Gunther, he has so many. I'm excited with Zimmer back and Gunther on the front end because Gunther does a really good job with disguising his blitzes and coming up with blitzes that you wouldn't think. I remember watching a Cincinnati game when he had the safety blitz from 12 yards away. So I mean, and he got there. He got there.
Yeah.
So I mean, so Cowboys fans are like get ready because that's kind of what he does. So now if he doesn't blitz as much, that's McCarthy. Because
see, that's what I'm
saying. They're aggressive.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. That three-headed monster we got to keep, man. It's that three-headed monster. I'm concerned about that monster, Q. Coach, I'm concerned about it.
Because I'm telling you right now, Cowboy fans, Gunther is very similar to Spagnuolo. Because Gunther, if you're second and 15, he's coming. A blitz is coming. You better figure out he's coming. If it's third and long, he's coming. That's who Gunther is. He's just like Spagnuolo. He just is. And so if it's third and 15, if we just bring in 4 guys, I hate to say it, that's McCarthy. Because Gunther, no, he's coming for your head. I'm not playing with you. Stop and go. We're coming for you. Third 15, third and 20, second and 20. We're coming. Oh, and by the way, he does a lot of Coach Mark. I know Coach Mark gonna love him. He does a lot of run blitzes. Cowboys didn't do any run blitzes. I watch so many shows with y'all live.
But
see,
my only thing with Paul is, will he have authority to dial it up? You see what I'm saying?
Oh man, I hope so.
You see what I'm saying? See, that's what make this org chart weird. You know what I'm saying?
Running up.
Yeah. That's my only question. So we got some questions because if he was the official linebacker coach or the official D coordinator, well, then I would be all the way with what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see.
And then last but not least, with Greg Ellis. If we keep Fowler, that's Greg Ellis.
I don't think
if we keep Fowler, that's that. I don't think so, boss. I don't think so either. But Fowler is that type of player that Greg Ellis was.
Yeah. I think we dropped the ball on Fowler. We dropped the ball. We messed up.
Listen, I mean that guy, he fixed this system so well.
Yeah.
With him and Williams, they fit the system perfectly with them one on the weak side. Because those two guys are weak side players. And I'm afraid that, with us losing Fowler, Armstrong is not a weak side player. Armstrong is a strong side player like Law is. Parsons is a weak side player. But, it's just those two, Fowler and the other guy, those two guys are perfect in them system as far as weak side. That's all I got. Like I said, I don't want to get too technical with some of the guys. I know some fans, that sometimes don't like that, but I'm excited. I am. Like I said, I'm gonna be looking. I'm going to be watching training camp. But the first couple of games, boss, when he goes second and long, if a blitz don't come, I'm gonna text you.
Yeah.
Houston, we got issues.
Houston, yeah, man, and we got to just keep our eyes on it. Good call, Coach.
Boss. Anytime, boss.
All right. So now we got DP Johnson. DP, you live.
Boss Cowboy, what's going on with your boy?
What's up, man? You at the club?
Oh man, you said what? I couldn't hear you.
You at the club? Were you at the club?
No, man, it's just my TV, man. It's just my TV.
Okay. What you
But
got?
look, I tried to call in the night and holler at you, but I don't know what was happening with your phone system. I know it wasn't just me, so I'm listening with some other callers that had the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Paul Gunther, he honestly the thing that give me hope right now, bro. Because and I had said it on that other show, but we didn't get to talk about it. Like Paul Gunther, like I don't remember the last time Zimmer ran a defense without it. Like he wasn't always like a high coach, but he's always been on the front, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He developed running all those exotic blitzes under Zimmer's coverage package. You know what I mean? They go hand in hand together.
Right.
And that's the reason why I feel like he's saving grace, because I don't trust Scott McCurley, nor do I trust Darian Thompson. I mean, both of them they're the same thing, bro. Darian Thompson's entire Cowboys, his entire NFL career is due to the Cowboys front office. He was an undrafted free agent that they kept around. As soon as they let him go, he fell out the league. They brought him back as a coach and put him in charge of a position he never played.
Yeah. Yeah, we love to develop
coaches.
Like, yeah, we love to develop
they the
coaches.
Same dude, bro.
Yeah.
McCurley and Thompson, yeah. Jerry always wants to I develop coaches and players. He wants credit for everything. Know what I mean? So I think it was a move that McCarthy told Zimmer when he came here, look, hold off on Paul because they're going to make you teach somebody. I don't know who, but you're not going to like it. You're going to need Paul to come in and get a position that allows him to overtalk that dude. As the run game coordinator, I can overtalk the linebacker coach in the meeting. It's your job to teach him how to play what I'm telling him to do. That's how it's supposed to be.
I hope so.
And that's so he's just like you said, he's doing a Schottenheimer on, bro.
Yeah.
I got him here to fill in your hole.
Right.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
We both know he know this better than you. So when we get to talking stuff you don't know, just sit there and shut up.
Yeah. That's what it looks like to me.
They're gonna put it on your resume anywhere. Just sit there and shut up.
DP, let me clap it up. We gonna put it on your resume anyway. Sit there and shut your mouth.
Shut up. That's it. You know what I mean? Now, I love the defensive line coach staff that we put together though.
Yeah.
Now I mean, Greg Ellis and Coach Z, I love that. Now I mean, come on, bro, that's like 25 years playing experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Know what I mean? Yeah. And unlike Aiden Durday, like, I'm sorry, bro, like, we had a bunch of nerds coaching the defense, bro. Like, come on, bro. Aiden, I'm a safety, boss. You know what I mean? I'm undersized in today's game, but I was a 5'10" safety. I was cool in my era. You feel me?
Yes.
What I'm going to do with a 5'10" defensive line coach, bro? Like, Durday might be a little bit bigger than that, but he don't look too much taller than me when I look at him, bro. Like, how you gonna walk up on a big 6'5", 280, 300-pound dude and tell him get your shit together and he got bend over just to look at you?
Finish him.
You know what I mean? No, we got dudes that have played your spot in this scheme. I don't want to hear that bullshit. I know how to do it. I know what it looks like. I know what it feels like. Shut up.
Shut up,
excuses.
Bruh. Ooh.
You know what I mean? If you don't want to do it right, you can go sit down right there and I'll get somebody in here who will. And I'm going to tell you, Sam Williams, I think will thrive with, under them too. But I'm telling everybody, I've been talking about this for a couple years now. Chauncey is going to shine with this coaching, bro.
Bruh.
Chauncey Golson is going to shine with this coaching, bro. Chauncey is a dog, bro. He play up and down the front. But he's not a big athletic type dude. He's a dude who plays physicality and technique. They gonna love him. They gonna put him to work. You know what I mean? Also too. Don't be surprised if they on the edge, bro.
Yeah.
That might honestly these dudes like big heads. So that might be how they get off the tank. Just keep it in the buck. Don't get mad at me for saying it's the truth. You got to.
Man, that boy DP say, sit down and keep your mouth shut. You gonna get credit anyway.
Man, both of them, bro. Just shut up.
Shut up.
Just shut up. Let Paul show
That's
you
why I
what
said
he
he
wanted
gonna
to be
win.
and how to feel.
And DP, that's why, man, because I don't think people felt me. You felt me on that. Like, he gonna win
Man.
anyway. He gonna win. He gonna get
Bro,
all the
and let's
credit
be
for
honest.
somebody else's work.
And let's be honest, boss. This is how we know that it's meddling going on. Because who's Zimmer's linebacker coach? Who's not here?
Right.
Who's Zimmer's linebacker coach?
Yeah.
The dude that Mike is called
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, bro. You got a 3-time
George
All-Pro
Edwards.
who's only been in the league for 3 years. He called his position coach and you let him walk on an ego trip, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. Over a fight over Kellen Moore.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
And then, and the linebacker room fell apart after that. I wonder why.
Man. And then you go look at his resume and they giving Scott
him
McCurdy for George work.
Yeah. And let's be honest about it. When Jalen got them 160 tackles, we was talking shit because half of them was 12 yards downfield.
Exactly. But you want to give him
So
credit for what
if
people
you're going to bring
complained
that
about.
160 up, you need to bring context with it. Give him credit for having Jalen play safe. That's what you want to give him credit for.
DP, you going too hard right now.
Hey, real question though, Paul, because I was thinking about this the other day, and I said it in somebody else's chat room. I don't know if anybody caught it. What do you think about, your boy is a free agent right now?
Who?
Cheeto.
Let me think about it.
I'm just saying, bro, like, what did we ask Gilly to do last year? Cheeto came. And he's a younger version. And you know Cheeto hit. He ain't scared.
I ain't mad at Cheeto. I got to think about it because I got to look at his price. You got to look at his health. You asking me about a guy having research. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be off the cuff and say yes, and I haven't really, done my homework. So I would have to actually
if you haven't looked at him.
Yeah.
If you haven't looked at him, like Cheeto, I always thought was kind of dealt the ball still, like the way Shaw had it schemed up. He was really playing like a pseudo safety role. And it made it look like his coverage wasn't what it was, but he got to put that and he showed folks, no, I can still on his island.
Oh, yeah. He
so,
shut that up quick.
I think he worth a look.
He shut that up quick.
I think he worth a look. Yeah.
Yeah, I just got to do my homework. I mean, I'm going to have some answers on that within the next 3 weeks, man. When we in the free agency, I'm going to be going through all of that stuff, bro. So.
Yeah, but to get to where you were with that earlier in the show, I really think with Zimmer here, we might see the whole fake going to slip on his head, like you said. Donald's still going to be there, but Kurt's already a free agent. I think Hooker gets traded just so we can get the trade capitally and let them young boys run, bro. We got athletes who can cover and play multiple spots, bro. Why are we keeping them on the sideline? Let's get out there and be buried.
I agree. Yeah, it's the young Bulls' time. It really is. And I think Donovan Wilson got to stay because he fit so much. He just fit. He fit.
And he versatile, like you said. Yeah. He played from the rooftop to the line of scrimmage, bro. Dono is that dude, and I don't care if nobody else say it. But I like one. Yeah, he a bigger version. And Izzy is just a plug and play wherever you need to, bro. Like, them lighting types, always has. You know what I mean? I don't see how you keep them boys off the sideline. The only way I see to get them on the field, you gotta let some other two go.
Right. You ain't told no lies.
It just is what it is. It just is what it is. It's team building. I mean, it hurts to say that about team favorites, but you gonna sit there and let the team fall off with them, or you gonna keep on rocking?
Right.
That's how it comes down to everybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's be honest. First, slow down. Yeah, look, the ball is good, but we're not finna pay him big money, so we're gonna just wait for him to walk and take it. Story, no. Let's get something now. You can build the team right now. We got boys that can play that spot. Let's move.
Right. No, I feel everything you're saying, DP. And I do my research on Cheeto. I do my research on that.
That's just one dude that I can honestly say, you know what I mean, if they, whether they bring Gilly back or not, would actually be an improvement. Well, I think they would swing for, because they could say that's one of our guys, we bringing our son home.
Gilly?
No, I'm saying Cheeto. That's how they would look at bringing him home.
Yeah.
They could say we bringing our prodigal son back, was how they could spin it. Know what I mean, to make themselves feel good about themselves.
Yeah, they will find a way to market it.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt Cheeto even want to come back though, to be honest.
I don't think he do either, because he seemed so happy when he left.
Yeah, and then people laughed at him when he said, "I'm going to a team that's serious about football." And they was, ha, 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 the Bengals? And then all of a sudden, them
boys went on a hell of a run, though. Them boys went out on a hell of a run after he said that.
Yeah, when you go to a team that's not with the politics, that's not, because they had major politics too, but they made some changes at the top, org-wise, to where they started making real football decisions. Yeah, so, yeah, man. Nah, man, but appreciate it, DP.
This is y'all pass it up for boss, please. Everybody throw whatever kind you need to in the chat. My dude be bringing it on a regular to everybody. He's one of the most consistent. Boss, we appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate it, DP. Always.
All right, man.
All right, G. That was DP, man. That boy said, sit down and shut up. You gonna get credit anyway. Oh man, that was a line of the day. That was the line of the day. I did notice that the likes is way down, man. We need to get them likes up. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that. Obviously that's the lifeblood of the channel. Is likes. It's the key to everything. Is hitting that like button, because that then tells all the platforms. Facebook, if you watch it from Facebook, it's the same way. It tells Facebook, show other Cowboy fans this content because so many people are liking it. That's how it works. So if you're really trying to help, hit the like. Yeah, on all the platforms, wherever you're watching it. And if you're watching it from Twitter, share it. Yeah, share it on Twitter. Just like y'all saw me sharing Sky stuff, you saw me share Koye stuff. Just that simple thing, man, creates a ripple effect. It creates a ripple effect. My boy Rome in the building. Always good to see the OG. Real quick, he said hit that like button. Yeah, man, this is the lifeblood, bro. It's the lifeblood of everything. It's just it's crazy. It's a simple thing, but it goes a long way. So and appreciate that, Rome. And also, Rome will be with us tomorrow. He gonna be again on the final word, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be juicy. It's gonna be juicy again. And Rome came in the last time fighting, bro, and I loved it. Like, Rome is definitely gonna speak his mind. He is with the shit, and I love it.
Bringing real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
And I like that, man, because he comfortable. And he said that. He said, man, I like the final word because I know y'all boys not trying to upstage me and all that kind of stuff. We have a genuine conversation, genuine disagreements too. But it's the fact that the homie knows that he can come in here and speak his mind. And that's important because then we can work out. We can work out our differences when we all speak our minds and really say what we genuinely see or don't see. That just it's also good content. It's also entertaining, but it's real. Like, we don't rehearse. We just go. And so that's just what it is. So Ron will be again on the final word. He doubling it up. We talked about it last week and we immediately booked it again because it was that rich. And I just want to hear, because I know it's so much going on. I know he will have some new stuff to talk about that we haven't talked about yet. So y'all come obviously for the final word tomorrow. Rome gonna be in the house. See, I know. See, look. He said, I definitely got some of that Jimmy Johnson. We gonna kick it off. We gonna kick it off with the Jimmy Johnson. That's exactly what we gonna kick it off with, man. We gonna kick it off with Rome and Jimmy Johnson. I want to hear what you gotta say, big dog. And I'm not gonna watch none of your videos because I don't want to get a tip. I want to be surprised when I hear it. I want to hear it.
Run it up.
Huh. Yeah, man. So anyway, you know, I did give y'all some stuff that probably hurt your feelings a little bit because I do anticipate a war that's coming. If it's not already here, I do. I'm just being honest with you. I anticipate a battle of philosophies because you got one guy that he says and he means we gonna let it play out. We got another guy who like to predetermine the outcome. We got another guy who believes if we pick him, we gotta play him. The other guy saying we gonna let it play out and then we go pick him. So that's a war to come. I pray that was already worked out in negotiations. I pray that was the holdup. I really do. I pray it was some power conversations that was had. That's what I pray. But if you didn't work that stuff out in the beginning, yeah, it's for sure a war coming. For sure. And I know a lot of y'all favoring Zimmer, but if they didn't have that conversation, it is not going to go the way he wants. I'm just letting you know. It's not. So you telling me Stephen Jones was able to override Mike McCarthy with ball? And you telling me Zimmer coming in as a coach that was looking for a job and go have more power? I don't see it, bro. I'm just being honest. But if he does get his way, if it is worked out, and I go with the assumption that some of y'all have, then we'll let it sort out at the end. And when it's sorted out, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be just like he said. If we let it sort out at the end, it's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna win. A lot of people.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Love, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, I'm just trying to get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the second grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid. Love, dollar bill, listen close, this is not a drill. Niggas hungry trying to get a meal. I've been in light, who gon' pay a bill? I've been in action, been in traction, surplus with niggas lacking, shining light but still be blacking, red lights will stop the action, green to go, even when it's slow. Higher heights of balance out your lows, can't ride the wave cause you ain't got a boat.